For this video, I am going to be piloting yet another list that SnProok was playing this past weekend during the Master Series qualifier. This was his Battlemage list. It is primarily blue. I thought that it was a really interesting take because it has a lot of out-of-the-box inclusions. We have things like Mage's Guild Conjurer, for example. It's a kind of mid-rangey deck that is also running Ice Storm. It has Dress Renegade, but with no other Shackle synergy. We've got things like Temple Conjurer, sort of the Inferno in here to kind of self-trigger cards like Breton Conjurer, which I thought was interesting. Again, mostly just wanted to take this for a spin because it looked fun when Prook was playing it during the Master Series. So again, all credit for the list goes to Prook. I might take my own crack at just blue Battlemage here in a little bit, but for today we're piloting Prook's list. We're going to use the deck testing format, meaning I'm going to play 2 games on it, win or lose, and we'll see how it goes. So this will be game 1 on the Prook Battlemage. And I don't know how this is going to go, I got to be honest. It looked like it was a very good list against other aggressive lists, and there was a lot of those during the Master Series. Oh, Aeolus. Naturally, I get paired against Aeolus when I'm trying to do something goofy for YouTube, and instead I have to play against try-hard Sophie, which of course means there's no way that this will go well, right?
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
But we did get a nice curve here. We've got a 1-drop into what is likely our 2-drop with Flameslinger on turn 3, unless we draw something better. Wayfarer and then a dagger on something means this will trigger the expertise, which works out rather well for us.
Don't
And
underestimate
it does look like nothing in our game plan has changed thus far. And then we'll have Mace available, should we want. I wonder if she's playing the same list, because she is on Battlemage. We did see the Altmer opener. I'm wondering if she was like, hey, Prook's list looked fun.
Tawaka watches over me.
Prook's list does run, not Withered Hand Cultist, excuse me, it does exclude Withered Hand Cultist, so I think it's fair to say we are on something else now. So I think in this instance what we're actually going to want to do is make this trade here. We don't want them to hit our ward and then get an easy value trade. So we're going to spend our ward here so that they have to use some sort of item or effect to avoid this killing the Withered Hand. I mean, it's really not slowing us down. This is the only thing that's going to generate actions. We're not particularly an action-heavy list, but nonetheless, we don't want to give them free value trades either. Let's put the ball in Aeolus's court here. And, alright, they had the item to make the value trade, so.
You have met your end.
Everything was taken from me. Today, I will pay in kind.
It would appear that the race is on. I didn't see anything there that's going to deviate our game plan of play the Mace. That'll trigger expertise on the Wayfarer again. Gives us a big body. I don't think we can win this race, but our other options were Daggerfall was pretty lackluster. Ally, even if it gives us the Firebolt, it's expensive. We had a pair of 2-drops, but this is really a 5-drop if we're being honest. This Harpy's kind of massive. It's a very good prophecy for us.
By the fires of oblivion.
Daggerfall coming down. And a Harpy as well. Harpy to protect, so they're okay. They're okay with me hitting him there, huh?
Diagna, give me strength.
I think we're just gonna go with this and take the Exalt. And then just hope that we're not dead. I mean, They do have 11 on board. So they really only need 6. Sophie needs 6 to kill me or needs to make some trades. I like that they've added this new effect on exalted creatures so that you know that they're relevant for some of the effects that count your number of exalted creatures, or, you know, care whether you have an exalted creature in play. It's a nice, neat ambient effect. Tome probably comes here to make this trade. And then this will likely trade. Oh, okay. Never mind. They can just use another scimitar. Still could see a tome, though. I expect this to trade here. Unfortunately, means we are still a bit away from lethal ourselves. You can only swing for 9. And if we were to... Well, if we top deck... Oh, that changes everything anyway. I was gonna say, if we top deck a lightning bolt, then we had a shot, but... You can do this instead, though. There's a strong chance that we just die here. And develop the Cunning Ally, but it doesn't kill either of these. These represent 6 on their own, so a single Battle Mace or Lightning Bolt kills us.
You are not worthy.
Yeah, it's not looking great. I guess we developed this. The reason you go with this is because this is enough to at least threaten lethal, but... I think we're just dead. It was a good game. Turned out Withered Hand was a hamper because we had to kill it on a turn where we would have preferred to have just played Ice Storm.
I come bearing gifts.
Satanine! Ruining it for me. I will say that is something missing from the Prook version, is Satanine Courier. I think Satanine is mandatory in any proactive blue list. I think that the card is incredibly strong. I think it's underrated. Even with it slowly rising in popularity, I think it's still underrated. It's a very flexible card, and it shines in a lot of lists. I suppose if I'm gonna lose a game, I guess it should be to Satanine. Alright, we're gonna see if we can improve our fortunes this time around. Honestly, the thing I think tilted that so strongly away from us was the Steel Scimitars. Both Steel Scimitars had a very big impact in terms of allowing Aeolus to make some value trades and keep her threats on the board. So we never got to take advantage of the tempo that this deck usually wants to generate.
Wait, did you hear that?
Alright, so we're up against Token Crusader.
I keep a spare blade in my boot. I keep a spare
We're just
blade in
gonna
my boot.
token up ourselves, I guess. Play a couple of 1-drops with the ring. We can turn this into a formidable foe next turn as well, because the dagger will trigger the expertise.
I'll take them with me! They will not get past me.
Alright.
Do your worst.
I don't think I want to break this rune quite yet.
I'm ready for you.
Nor do I want to give a dagger to these if they're going to get to pick and choose their value trade. We're likely going to face a Pit Lion here. Not much I can do about that, but I need to start recontesting this.
I fear
So I think what we're actually going to do is just do this. Hope that they don't run Gavel. We could be punished here for a Gavel play. Again, Steel Scimitar kind of punishes us. But one way or the other, we need to start contesting this. Oh, okay. I was fully expecting Pit Lion there. They held the defenses back. They purposefully split. I was fully expecting a Pit Lion. Alright, well. This was supposed to be a video showcasing Prook's Battlemage, but instead it's going to be a video that's showcasing how effective
Let's shed some light on
I'm ready for you.
Steel Scimitar can be. Let's just go ahead and... I hate using my last ring charge like that, but if it asserts our initiative, I'm okay with it. We're at a pretty big disadvantage right now. Even though we have initiative and board presence, our opponent has many more cards than us, so it's never a good thing. We have some removal, we have a tempo play. Profiteers no es bueno for us. Yeah. Steel Scimitar. You heard it here first, gang. It's pretty good. Alright, I actually think that changes what I want to do for this turn. It's a good top deck for us. We'll go ahead and develop this here, and we'll also develop a Harpy, because if they're gonna make a trade, we want it to be with Profiteer. Unless, of course, they play Divine Fervor, another Steel Scimitar. I mean, there's plenty of ways they can keep this alive, but even if they play Fervor, that means we can ward trade into this, and getting rid of their source of health gain is pretty important.
Soldiers, report.
Because now they're gonna, with these two on the board, they're gonna generate a lot of value, like Token Crusader does. That was a 1 Magicka 4-2 gain 2 health of stats.
We have hope.
I mean, that seems pretty good, right? Yep, makeshift defenses, another thorn in the old side. Oh yeah, Prook runs Ice Storm. That's cheeky. That is cheeky. So that actually, I think, changes how we want to approach this. Let's go ahead and take this here.
I'm ready.
Let's also take this here. We want to get rid of that. And the rest of this, I feel like, is push damage. Because we care more about the health gain than anything else.
Everything was
And develop.
Today I repay in kind.
Because if our game plan is for them to flood the board and then us to Ice Storm, then this might be a path. We want these two to potentially survive Ice Storm and leave us with bodies after the fact.
Spirit of the sky, guide us.
I was gonna say, I say potentially because Divine Fervor here will require us to sacrifice one of these for the greater good, unfortunately.
You can't defeat me.
Acknowledge.
Wow. Or not. They were gonna do it for me.
Wait. Did you hear that?
Alright, well, this is still gonna be a nice turn. I don't think we give them a rune for 1 damage, though. I mean, they'll get it from this the next turn, but that at least kind of brings us close to even. I think they're still technically a little bit ahead. I was gonna say they've got more forms of like cycle and card draw.
That's all true.
Well. That there's a very angry Varen now, isn't it?
5 and 8, they will meet their makers.
A couple of different ways that we could approach this. But I think all of them... let's do it like this. Let's get that damage on Varen now while also pushing slightly more. I think we saved the Firebolt, though, for next turn.
Let's do this.
Alright. That's a very good response. So we survived the first wave despite falling behind due to Steel Scimitar. It looks like Varen might close this one out in our opponent's favor here.
Talos!
I dispatched the little
Down to one. Do they have another
You will fare
Nord
no
Firebrand?
Emperor!
Oh, they got an Oculatus agent. Well, poor Prook. Your Battle Mage did not do as well as your Scout list did. I'm sorry. But I like the idea of a blue Battle Mage. There's some changes that I would make personally, so I might do another video and institute some swaps. But for now, anyway, if you made it this far, that was the Prook Battle Mage. Thanks for watching. Until next time, may you walk on warm sands.